It was Rachel's birthday. And
No, it was Erica and Dorit's birthday.
it was Erica and Dorit's birthday. Thank you so very much
You're
for the
very
correction.
welcome.
Because again, I fall asleep. I sleep with some housewives.
That's
okay?
why I'm here.
That's why she's here. And the reason why I slept with some housewives is because I slept with some housewives. And what I mean is, I slept with some housewives. Hi, I'm Duality.
And I'm Hazelnuts.
And we're here to talk about I slept with a housewife. I close deals with a smile and dial up the drama when needed.
My life isn't a fairy tale. It's a mini-series.
Usually when I watch the Housewives of Beverly Hills, Potomac, Atlanta, Dubai, it doesn't matter. I fall asleep. So that's why I say I slept with some housewives, okay? You got it, right?
I got it.
But you know I fall asleep when we watch movies and shows and everything.
Within the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's not a new thing. We've been friends for, 20 years almost?
Yeah, 20 years.
It's a while.
Crazy.
Okay. Anyway, so we're here to talk about the newest season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And we are 8 episodes deep. We're going to kind of do this monthly for you guys. Because, adulting be adulting. But we like talking about the housewives, right?
Yeah, I love talking about the housewives, especially our Beverly Hills ladies.
Why?
Yeah.
Why the Beverly Hills?
I
Talk
don't
to
know.
me.
There's something so glamorous about them.
Okay.
And just I guess the drama is pretty good usually. We did have some cast changes this season, so I thought we could start off by talking about Miss Rachel Zoe. So what are your thoughts about Miss Rachel?
I love Rachel. I love her directness, her honesty, her very vague reality without it being crazy. She's Rachel Zoe. Like, what can you say about her other than she's Rachel Zoe?
I'd say she's pretty fabulous. A great wardrobe. I think her relationship with her kids is really good to see. And she does kind of get deep with the audience. She's sharing that she's going through a divorce right now. And she wants to have a hot girl summer. So good for her.
That is a very valid point. Now, we got to talk about our millennial sister.
Oh, God.
Amanda Francis. She is a newcomer. The thing that makes Amanda Francis unique is that she is a self-made millionaire through manifestation. And I'm not taking a wink at her for manifestation. It's actually pretty awesome. But it's kind of how she goes about it this season that really has turned a lot of the cast off. And I, in the past, kind of have had Amanda Francis complex. When you come into a new group of people, you try to relate to people. So you'll say, oh, well, they'll mention, oh, I went to Givenchy and I've gotten these shoes. I'm like, oh, I have Givenchy shoes too. And it's it can come off a little off-putting.
Braggy. A little braggy. Just
a little bit, And again, I only know what I know, It's interesting this season because I feel like Bose is coming into her own to kind of transition. And the most recent episode that we watched, we're not going to do titles. Just go with it. Where Amanda essentially was at the table. It was Rachel's birthday. And
no, it was Erica and Dorit's birthday.
It was Erica and Dorit's birthday. Thank you so very much for the correction.
Welcome.
Because again, I fall asleep. I sleep with some housewives.
That's why I'm here.
That's why she's here. So the weirdest part to me is she literally tries to tell Dorit how she wants to be talked to. And I love Bose.
Yeah.
I love Bose. And the reason why I've always loved Bose is she just honest and she's truthful. And she's been in boardrooms with people and she's like, oh, this is a cakewalk. This is nothing. I think when we finish this part, we'll get into their storylines for this season. But Bose says to her, you can't tell people how to react or tell people how to react to your reaction. And
your expectations of not having confrontation in the way that you don't like is unrealistic.
That's true. So
in the most authentic and direct Bose way. And I love that about Bose. It's you can't tell people how to react to your reaction. You can't control the narrative. And I'm like, oh, ooh, come on, Bose. I was awake for that part.
Yeah, she essentially says that you can kind of control your emotions and your reaction. You can't dictate how people are going to talk to you. You can only dictate what you're going to do for yourself. Now, I do have a question that's kind of interesting about Amanda. Do you think, because it's been brought up a few times that she's, the youngest housewife, do you think that some of this and the challenges that she's having is a little bit of jealousy from the older housewives?
Yes and no. Yeah. I feel like the housewives all have some form of plastic surgery or enhancement or something. So I could see and feel that, but at the same token, from the edit, because we all know that the editors and the producers and everything, Bravo wants to edit in the drama. from what I'm seeing from the edit, it seems as if she's annoying the hell out of all of them. Like, I know the line, "You need to know your place" from Kathy Hilton is directed at Amanda. It has to be directed at Amanda, even though we have not seen that scene. Have we seen that scene?
I don't think
okay,
so.
Good, because you know I fall asleep. So I just want to make sure. But I just had to ask, because I'm like, I don't think we've seen that scene. There are possibilities that I may have seen that scene and fallen asleep. But we didn't. So between you and me and, the audience out here.
The world.
Hello, world.
Hello,
world. I just feel as if though she's coming across not authentic. So I know you've never seen Potomac, but the first few seasons of Potomac, Karen Huger, I know you know who she is, came through and she's just like, "This is how you do it. I am the grand dame." And then as the seasons progressed, she kind of broke down and I was like, "Okay, I'm being the real Kern."
Oh, Kern.
Kern. She Kern's back wig with
Okay, hold on. I'm not finished. I got more to tell. Hold on, my wig gonna turn.
the wig shift. Like, hold on, wait. It's hilarious, I tell you. But my point being is, I feel like Amanda came to the show and she's trying to control the narrative as she has controlled the narrative with Manifestation. Yeah. So it's like, hey, this is where I'm coming from. This is how I got here. This is what I have to do. And that's it. Like, that's my perspective. How do you feel?
So I do feel like part of it is her trying to relate to these women. And I guess like if I'm like looking at this objectively, I'd be pretty intimidated going into this group. I mean, you got Kyle Richards, you got Kathy Hilton, you got Jennifer Tilly, who is so fantastic.
I love her.
Obsessed with her.
Speaking, we'll pop the Sutton in a moment.
We got Bose. I mean, we got Erica Jane. My
Sutton.
gosh. I mean, yeah, it's just
Sutton Brown.
Yeah, and Dorit.
Sutton Brown.
Sutton Brown,
everyone. Not Sutton Strack.
Yep.
Sutton Brown.
We'll have
and
to
Dorit.
say condolences to Sutton Strack. Yeah.
Sutton Strack does not exist anymore. It's Sutton Brown. I want to introduce you guys to Sutton Brown. I was awake for that. And then all of a sudden she switched back to Strack. I'm like, oh, that's the Strack. That's not the Brown.
I would be intimidated going into this group, and I feel like sometimes when people are intimidated, they tend to just kind of word vomit or say stupid things. And I feel like that's kind of like what's happening a little bit.
And she probably is having great points, but again, they want to edit it the way that they want to edit it to where, but also there's a song from RuPaul. It's funny to me. It's called "Blame It on the Edit" because people are like, well, I was edited badly. You still said those things.
Yeah.
Even if the only times that I will give someone grace is if you're not on the screen doing a confessional and it like blends into a confessional and they like overlay it over something that's there. But if there's a confessional, like we're sitting here and we're looking at the camera and we're just like, so I don't like that Stephanie's hair is longer than mine. She really needs to shave it bald. And then you react and you say such and such and such and such. That right there happened. Now, again, if we were not shown and then I said that same statement, it could have been chopped and screwed like, Stephanie's went through a lot of stuff with her hair. I'm kind of sad that she's lost her hair. I really wish she would shave it bald because of X, Y, or Z. Again, those are two different things. But in a confessional, Amanda has said it. In the scene, Amanda has said it.
Yeah.
And again, we're not bullying Amanda. We're just making statements towards kind of the overarching theme of the season, which is, I feel like if she stays to the second, I pray that she's not a one-season housewife. Like, I hope she makes it past this season. You uncovered, or you've heard rumors and rumblings?
Yeah, so I've kind of heard some rumblings on the streets that she only makes it about halfway through this season. So I guess we'll see. It's been a little bit challenging for her, but I feel like a lot of the housewives develop after like the first season.
They do.
So
they do.
And it's just kind of growing pains. She's not my favorite housewife right now, but things change. And,
my favorite is Rachel.
Yeah.
I thought that nobody could replace Bose, but Rachel is just realistic and she has so much zest to her. So that's what I'm going to call her. Realistic Zoe, or Rachel Zest, because it's just so refreshing. She's been on Bravo before with her shows. She's friends with Kathy. She just fits in at any place and she just goes with the flow.
Yeah, she really does.
But she do challenge people. And it's how she challenges people that makes it funnier to me. Like, oh no, I saw your husband here. And they don't have anything to say to her. She's just like, what? It's just like, well, I saw your husband. He was flirting with women. Talking about Kyle and Maurizio.
Yeah.
And that was kind of it.
And didn't she say that like somebody tried to hook her up with
Maurizio, you out there doing stuff for free behind parking lots.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say this. Maurizio, you too nice of a man to be out here acting wild. Go back with Kyle because ain't nothing out here in the streets for hoes.
I did want to talk about that. So in the last few episodes, we see Mauricio a little bit more.
Okay.
They run into each other while they're out to lunch.
Right.
Alexia is getting married, so they're interacting quite a bit for that. But then they actually go to Amanda's renovated house because it's Kyle's old house and Kyle and Mauricio's old house. And Kyle brings up... Of course he fell.
I'm sorry, I fell asleep in this part.
So Kyle actually has like this whole emotional breakdown at her house because she's just like, I wonder if we would have stayed here, if me and Mo would still be together, if the family dynamics would be different. And it did kind of give me pause, like, because when I guess initially Beverly Hills started, Mauricio was successful, but maybe not as successful as he is now.
I think sometimes the bigger you get, the further you get away from your grassroots.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why I do love my boyfriend Nicholas is because of how he operates and his core fundamental values. Mm-hmm. I've never had a man talk to me the way that he talks to me, motivate me the way that he motivates me, and allow me to express myself. And anytime that something goes through my head like, oh, this isn't going right, I'm like, okay, remember those core values. Remember where you started from. Remember how you felt when you weren't with someone as amazing as him. So that's what I remember. And again, this is how I realize it. And another thing, I do a weekly check-in. This may sound a little kooky and goofy, but I challenge people to do that. I'm like, okay, so every Friday I ask him 2 questions. Mm-hmm. 1, how do you feel about our relationship? And the second one is there something that I did or stopped doing now that I did in the beginning of a relationship? And that kind of gives a little bit more validity from a different perspective versus it just being me. And sometimes it's as simple as, I didn't have my waffles this week because I make them waffles every week. And I'm like, well, we went to your parents. I don't care what happened. I don't need to know the reason or the excuse.
No excuses.
Just fix it. I'm like, okay. So when one time he hit me with that, I was like, I don't need to know the reason or the excuse. Just fix it. But, simple stuff like that. I feel like, as you just mentioned, you get bigger. And Mauricio started off working under, I'm pretty sure, the Hiltons.
Yeah, under the Hiltons, yeah.
So, and then there was a bad deal that went awry. And now he has an agency opening up here and so on and so forth. I feel like he's gotten too big.
Yeah.
And like, don't get me wrong. I think Kyle's a very wonderful person. And I feel like Mauricio is too. But everybody has to have their storyline. And I think now would be a great time to go through the different storylines of, maybe this is what happened. So correct me if I'm wrong. Kyle's storyline is that she is trying to figure out the separation, the divorce, not the divorce, taking care of the kids. Her confessional looks, and I'm part of the community, so I can say this, are giving a little lesy. I don't understand. Like, it's very like blazer over chest. I'm just like, Kyle, you have a nice body. Wear those couture. And it's probably couture. I don't know. Now, one thing about Baby will be able to like, that's couture. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I just see it. Side pivot. Okay. The thing that Amanda does do that is very weird is she's very labeled out. Like,
I just can't.
You can see all of the labels, like she's wearing Gucci or she's wearing this, or it has to be the label. And I learned that the clothing that, quote unquote, new money, again, I ain't got none of this, I'm just telling you what they told me. The people that have new money wear the flashier label stuff, but that's made for the general public so that you spend the money on that type of stuff. Versus stealth wealth, where if this was, for instance, Givenchy, that's the word of the day, you wouldn't see a logo. You would just know it from the texture and the feel. So
my favorite Amanda look.
Amanda.
Is where I feel like she wants to be Tiffany from Chucky, Bride of Chucky, so hard.
The leather jacket.
She's wearing this like white. I actually have a Tiffany doll in my basement. It's like an animatronic one. We could set it up here. And
Let's not and say we didn't.
Amanda could be with us.
No.
But no, she's wearing like the black leather jacket, which seems to sort of be her go-to with her dresses.
Very
and
much
then,
so.
Very millennial. I feel like that's what it's what's giving us away.
We are not the same. I am a Martian.
Okay.
Lil Wayne.
Whatever.
2000.
But yeah, I like that look on her. I do remember some of the, I guess, overstated labels, but I do, and not to throw shade at Miss Dorit, but I do remember a couple looks where she's wearing some labels and stuff.
Of course.
So I don't really know. I'm not a big couture girl, as you can see. This is Lions Couture.
I'm in couture. The nobodies.
But I mean, it doesn't really like bother me too bad.
No, it doesn't bother me either. My point is something that Rachel said. Like when they were on the plane flying to, I believe it was Aspen. Mm-hmm. It wasn't Aspen. They didn't
No,
go to
they were
Aspen.
going to Sedona,
Thank
and
you.
Rachel doesn't have her clothes for like the first 48 hours.
Poor
like
Rachel.
Miss Fashion.
She's like, the
herself.
fashionista without her fashion? Is like, oh, dreadful. A fashion show without fashion. How
A
dreadful.
person that was given a fashion show with no fashions. How dreadful.
From Atlanta, so if you don't know, that's where that came from.
So I think we should talk about Miss Bose next.
Okay, so Bose would make sense, yeah.
We're following her and Keely's journey and her fertility journey. Unfortunately, this last episode, she had gone through some like egg retrieval, and unfortunately, the fertilization and the gestation of the egg just didn't pan out. So she did get some disheartening news around that. So we are sending like prayers and well wishes. Obviously, this was filmed a while ago, but that's extremely sad to hear for them because they are a really good couple.
I do like them. My only feedback is, Keely, please shave your head. Be a bald brother, because you fine, bro. You can look fine with hair, without hair, because they zoomed in on you, and I saw that 4K, and I said, oh, that's not okay. Shave that head. But aside from that, wonderful couple. And again, I don't feel like it's anyone's place to say, well, why don't they do surrogacy? Why don't they do this? Why don't they do that? Because at the end of the day, that's their journey. That's what they want to do. It's her money. She ain't coming to you and saying, I'd like a donation, please. I'd like a donation, please. I'd like a donation. So like at the end of the day, why does it matter?
And truthfully, it may be like, things going down the road, like they might be trying to do IVF right now, and then they might decide, hey, we're going to do surrogacy or something down the road. So wishing them well. Miss Dorit. Oh, God.
So I feel like this season Dorit is a train wreck, and the reason why, I'm going to go ahead and say it.
She's lost the plot.
She has lost the plot.
She's lost the plot.
And I love Dorit. At first I didn't love the Dorit, but I love the Dorit. But now I'm just like, this. Is it okay to speak now, Kyle? Is it like, Dorit, you talk a lot. I talk a lot. Like, I've been talking over Hazelnuts this whole time. She know it. You better talk louder.
I'm used to it.
She better talk louder. That's what it goes. Like, I tell people, if I talk too much, tell me shut up, because that's what I do. Knowing that, Dorit, you talk a lot. And you talk in circles, and you do this thing. Like, the thing that upsets me, I forget who pointed it out, but it's like, Bose says the same thing that Kyle says. Mm-hmm. But when Bose says it, it's like, it's okay. But when Kyle says, it's like, oh, absolutely not. Yeah. I don't like Kyle. You're not in agreement with me. And I think it's proximity.
So, and I also think maybe perhaps,
please,
like Kyle was talking with Amanda about Dorit's personal issues. So essentially, Amanda was parroting things that she was hearing from other housewives. She was parroting. And she was essentially like, I'm concerned that Dorit saying that PK is an alcoholic or PK isn't like a good father is going to come back and impact the divorce. Really, not a terrible, like atrocious statement. And she probably is correct. It can have ramifications for the kids and for the divorce.
But they knew about the divorce last season. And that was one of those things to me. Like, mommy or daddy are getting divorced. We didn't tell the kids. And Erica's like, kids are smarter than you think. Yeah. They know. But
I think that the issue is maybe Dorit feels like, okay, Kyle was talking to PK about the divorce and Mo about the divorce, and now she feels like Kyle might be like, I don't want to say polluting Amanda's thoughts about Dorit, but like not making them.
Why does it matter? And this is my opinion. Why does it matter what someone else, and granted this TV, we're watching it, we're interested in it because of its drama, but why does it matter how you're portrayed to somebody who you don't care, essentially, you don't care about? Because if you cared about Amanda, if any of these women cared about Amanda, they would literally just like, honey, we love you, but you're doing this thing where you're bragging about your money. And I get it. You may be coming off, because Amanda said in a podcast, all of my friends are like this. We congratulate. That's how we talk.
Yeah.
You are this generation. These women are this generation. Therefore, it's not going to click. Like, I saw a video today. What do you consider old? Anyone born in 1990. What do you consider old? Anyone born in 2003. Like, you age out. Like, I remember when I was 25. I remember when I was 21. I remember it was like 18, 16. You age out. We're 35 now and 36. It is what it is. You get better in time, you get better at age, but you have to learn and grow. And so that's kind of my last pivot of Amanda. Finishing about Dorit, I just feel like she's all over the place this season. Like, I get it. I understand you care about your kids, but it's coming across more so that you're upset with Kyle about stuff she can't control. Yes, she has a friendship with Mo. Yes, she has a friendship with PK. Yes, you're upset about that because you don't have those things with PK. And it's because every situation is different. Me and my ex don't talk. Nicholas and his ex still talk. I'm actually happy that him and his ex talk. And people are like, wait, what? That's weird. It shows an amount of growth that you would never have. But that takes accountability. It takes patience. It takes love. It takes understanding. Because at the end of the day, you never know what's going on in someone's head. Yeah. So that's kind of what's my perspective. Again, I don't have no hate towards Dorit. I just wish that she would understand. I think that she's trying to control PK. And now that PK is not in the orbit, it's like, okay, I'm out. And he's doing whatever is the opposite. Do I feel like it was right leaving her high and dry with the money and putting stuff in her name? Absolutely not. I'm happy that she still has her home. She doesn't live in the home smaller than Erica's, because people be dogging out Erica's home, but Erica's home is probably worth millions of dollars. Yeah. You know, you don't get a lot of property. And maybe Googled, I was like, none of them live in Beverly Hills. I was like, oh.
I mean, just speaking to Dorit, what were your thoughts? I mean, I felt like she was pretty hard on Amanda regarding kind of wanting to bring up that uncomfortable, sort of stupid thing that she was angry about, like when it was like the anniversary of like Zion's death.
You never know what someone's going through.
And Zion is a baby, not a dog.
Is that your dog?
My son.
Kathy, I love you. But Kathy, this is one of those homeless, not toothless, toothless, not homeless situation. Kathy, you.
Homeless, not toothless, as I've told you.
What is it called?
Homeless, not toothless.
Is that your dog?
No,
it's
my son. I laugh so hard because literally, Kathy Hilton, y'all are Bravo shady as hell. Kyle has came through and said, oh, anytime that Kathy says, oh, that's nice, she is not interested. And now they done played back, oh, that's nice. Multiple times, I'm like, damn, you done showed her little secret.
Yeah. And
she didn't said it. And it may be, oh, yes, or oh, okay, that's great, or something along the lines. Don't quote me. But anytime that Kathy looks into you and says, oh, she is not interested. And I laugh every time, you know?
Yeah, I think just Dorit, definitely. She's just lost the plot attacking people. But we'll see how it pans out.
I mean,
I do want to turn us over to some of the other characters, because I don't think we've really talked about Miss Sutton.
We have not this season. I feel like she's kind of lost and found and lost the plot.
Yeah.
Like, the thing that happened with Abby, just be honest, it's the money. Like, your ex-husband decided to do the annulment, which essentially invalidates your divorce in the Catholic Church. Which is, I'm like, what does that mean? And I ask people, it's like, it's a big thing. And the Catholic Church, I grew up Christian, and I know Catholicism and Christian are sisters, but like, I'm like, okay, you've been divorced. Like, what does that do? Well, it's stricken from the record. I'm like, okay, like, I think that because she's not getting this $300,000.
I think it's because like divorce is not like looked at as like something that's proper within.
La-di-da. This is my opinion, and I'm sorry. You've been divorced. You've had your money. La-di-da. Like, I like Sutton until she starts going on the attack. I like Sutton until she makes it about Sutton. I was appreciative that she was like, I'm going to turn over a new leaf. I'm going to do Sutton Brown. But as soon as she went to Sutton Brown, she immediately flipped back to Strack when Amanda started asking those questions. And it should have just been simple. Like, Amanda, there are probably parts of your life that you don't want to talk about. This is what I want to talk about. And the thing that upset me the most, and I'm going to pass it to you, you're going to talk about the other few, is when she went off on Tiffany. Lord have mercy. When she went off on Tilly, that upset me the most. Jennifer Tilly is the sweetest person, and she had said in her little confessional, because I had to watch this like 3 times because I fell asleep like 3 times. She's like, I'm like a stone, and when you just keep dripping, you're eventually going to wear. It's like water wearing on a stone. Like, bro, you made her upset. She shouldn't have been the person that got pissed off. So,
yeah, I feel like Sutton was really inappropriate at the end of the Sedona trip, I guess, with Tilly. I will say I saw some growth, though, when she tried to talk to Tilly about it. I feel like you can tell that they actually genuinely care about each other.
They do.
You know, and I guess, like, I could see, like, where Jennifer, what she said, maybe pissed Sutton off. Like, you know, she's saying, like, this is why Garcelle left. But I think she's also being truthful, and I think she has a point. So hopefully Sutton is hearing this stuff because Jennifer seems to be a wonderful friend and accepts her for who she is. So let's hope she doesn't F it up.
Jennifer don't need nobody, but she
No.
deals with people because Jennifer is on the level of Kathy Hilton.
Yeah.
Her husband made The Simpsons. And when she got a divorce, she said, "Do you think I make my money from Chucky? That's my fun money. That's my snack money." I died when she said, "That's my snack money. That's my gas money." The Simpsons has been on for forever. That lady's rich. So, who's else? We talked Bose, we talked Dorit, we
haven't talked about Erica Jane.
Okay, go ahead, take it away.
Jane,
You're gonna lead this one because
I'm obsessed with Erica. She is probably my favorite housewife.
Okay.
I feel like she's just so mature and just so funny, and I like that she has a new man. I think she said he was like a Navy SEAL or did special ops or something.
He was attractive enough. I'm not saying he was attractive enough. I'm saying he was attractive enough for her to be outside without her makeup on.
Yeah.
And she felt safe. And that's the thing, that when you're with your person, you don't care how the world sees you. So shout out to Erica for finding somebody. I feel like we're going to see more of her because you remember that like mid-season episode where Dorit's like yelling at her and she's like, "I'm walking away." "Well, then leave, Erica," or something along the lines. We're going to see more, but like right now, I'm not saying it's not giving. She reading the hell out of Amanda in the confession.
Yeah, she really is. And I mean, it seems like her relationship with Sutton's really improved.
Yeah.
But I do think that we'll see more from Erica. Her looks this season have been so fantastic.
That hat look,
You don't like it?
I love it. It's serving. It's
I was gonna say she served at her birthday party in that like denim jumper. It was so good. But we love Miss Erica. But I guess I do want to close. Who do you think is like leading the pack right now? Who is like going for Queen of the Housewives?
Stealth Wealth Rachel Zoe. Okay. Would you like to know why?
Yeah.
Because you can lead without being in the front. Rachel Zoe pulls focus without having to be like, "Ah!" She literally is just like, "Guess what? I'm here." And like, I live for it. Your man was cheating on you. I saw him in different places. Well, that's not actually true. She doesn't require this big presence because her energy is so big. She's very, like even with her kid, "I better not see you on another e-scooter." Plaster it. Rachel Zoe's son gets into an accident on the e-scooter. I'm like, or e-bike. I'm like, oh. You know, I laugh because, again, I'd have to say Rachel Zoe. What about you?
So I guess I agree.
Okay.
I think that she's sort of, I do think Kyle is trying to like still be like the reigning queen of like the Beverly Hills Housewives.
Trying.
But I do feel like Rachel is kind of stealing some of that energy and thunder. And I do feel like Bose is very wise. I don't know. And I feel like a lot of people really listen to Bose.
They do.
So I wouldn't sleep on Bose. But who do you think is sort of going to be the villain? Like, you know, we've seen like Erica the villain, Sutton the villain. Like, who's this season's villain?
Yeah. I'm calling it. I'd have to say Dorit. What about you?
So they're trying to paint it like it's going to be Amanda.
It's not Amanda. I
think it's got to be Dorit.
It has to be Dorit because think about the clips that we've seen, and granted, they don't really reveal everything, but their editing has gotten very predictable to where you're giving the whole plot point. We know there's going to be a blow up. Kyle, Erica, Dorit standing there. Kyle essentially seems like she's trying to mediate the situation, and then Erica is there like, "I'm leaving," and Dorit blows up. So I do believe it's going to be Dorit because that's not going to happen until mid-season finale, right before Atlanta starts, back. But that's my opinion.
Yeah. So I do want to close the episode with reminding everybody that we do have a Real Housewives franchise that's up and coming. It's Real Housewives of Rhode Island.
There you go.
And I think it starts in April. So maybe we'll come back and we'll start talking about new housewives.
Maybe we will. Yeah. Don't expect these episodes weekly. This is a monthly thing. We're adults. This has been Duality and
Hazelnuts.
And you guys have a wonderful day.
Bye, guys.
Bye.